We'll see on the video.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That video. That was silly.
Yeah.
Wait, did you want to discuss this?
Oh.
I forgot if we were going to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, have you tried it yet?
I haven't.
You can try it.
All right, let me try it. I'm going to try to not. Tastes like a pixie stick.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh.
So we got new energy drinks in. I saw this one. It was called Pump and Grind. How could you?
You can really taste the pump in there.
Yeah, I really picked up subtle notes of grind.
I did get the hint of grind.
But with a name like that, I had to order it and figure out what it tasted like. We heard like blue sweet tart.
Yeah, it said sweet tarts.
Yeah, and then he said pixie stick, as you just heard.
I think it tastes like a blue or a purple pixie stick.
Yeah, I don't have really a great palate. I'll give it a thumbs up. Some of their other drinks are a little chemically.
Yeah, I like the grape.
Yeah, I like the grape, which grape I can't find. It's sold out. The only ones that I like that I can still find are Blood Raz and Rocket Pop. And
See, I thought those were chemically.
Yeah, well, like the Gym and Juice. And
I don't think I ever had that one.
I don't know. They had like 8 other flavors. I thought those were. They also had Killer OJ and Wild Orchard.
Killa.
Yeah.
Killa OJ. I remember that. I don't think I ever had Gym and I had one of the orange flavors. Maybe I did have the Gym and Juice, but I didn't have the Killa OJ. Yeah. I don't remember.
They also had blue, which unanimously we hate Blue's flavor in energy drinks. I don't know. I don't know what the energy drink makers are doing with blue.
It's gross.
If they just have something against them, but blue raspberry has never tasted good.
Well, it's like they do blue raspberry flavor, and then they're like, it needs more butt, and then they put butt taste in it. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm gonna say 5 out of 10. Indifferent.
Yeah, I mean, I'd put it at 4 on, or like as my 4th bucked up that I would drink.
Like
the flavors.
It's your 4th favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gotta put grape up top.
Well, we gotta have a scale though. On a 1 to 10, what are you gonna give?
I mean, for me, it's cold, wet, and has energy, so it's a 10.
Wondering where we were going with that.
Yeah, I'm not the best reviewer. This is where we really need James White to drop into our.
I messaged him about our next flavor try if it gets delivered, and he is all about it, man. He was very offended that they didn't send him one to try. Also, I told him they were intimidated, so they sent it to us first, since we have such basic palates.
Yeah, we're basic. Get us on board, and other people will fall in line.
You know what? I'm gonna revoke.
By the way, Bucked Up isn't paying us. They didn't even send it to us for free.
No, he purchased.
We honestly just decided we needed to do something in these videos. So if you have an energy drink you want us to try and watch these stellar reviews about it, send us one or let us know, and we'll be sure to
comment post in the comments.
Which my YouTube didn't give me notifications when people commented, so I got to figure that out. I did see 2 comments on our last video.
Oh.
One was just clapping.
Oh.
Which, hey.
Thank you for the support. Hey, I appreciate it.
And then the other was Michelle Osorio talking about the Open, how she thought it was only for advanced athletes.
No. It's for everyone.
And all this other stuff.
I'm gonna say advanced athletes, yes. But, like, even more important, like, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyday athletes.
Again, especially the way that they've added levels. When it first started out, it was RX, and then it was RX and scaled. Now it's RX, scaled, foundations.
Literally any person could do them.
Yeah, I mean, any person, I don't know. But you should at least be able to come in, and we'll be able to get you a score for the Open, right? You officially sign up, which, as I've already said, strongly encourage you to do. If you don't know, Noble's basically paying you as a discount on a purchase of $100 or more to sign up. Like, signing up for the Opens, I think like $20.40 or something like that. And Noble's giving you $25 off your purchase of $100 if you sign up in the month of December.
Oh, dope.
I don't know what January or February will look like, if they'll have different offers. But, honestly, I've been kind of rough on Noble recently. I don't like their Trainer Plus. I don't like some of the things they've done. But this is pretty cool.
That is neat.
Good way sponsor of the CrossFit Games, right?
He has them too.
Yeah, I have the Trainer Plus. I just don't. they're not for me. They're too heavy. They're not as breathable. My foot sweats so much in them. They're really comfortable to just kind of walk loosely in, but not work out in for me. Which is disappointing because again, I really like the way they look.
I'm rocking the
yeah.
Ratchet,
I need to try some like
Ratchet Zeros.
I feel like I'm having some of my plantar fasciitis come back.
Oh, plantar fasciitis.
Anyways, back to the subject at hand.
Oh, yeah, this
is not going to be our best video, guys. Sorry, we had a Christmas party last night, so we're struggling a little bit. But yeah, so anyways, open, sign up for it. Noble is basically making it, free to sign up. Free. Yeah, you got to purchase some gear, but honestly, I've seen what you guys wear in the gym anyway.
Get out of here.
You probably already have it in your shopping cart. So sign up for the open. You will most likely be able to do one of the 3 versions they have. We never know if they're going to change. There's a new programmer for the first time ever. We talked about that last video. We don't really know what they're going to do, but it's probably going to be pretty similar.
Hope so. We hope it.
They also have adaptive divisions. To my knowledge, we don't have any adaptive athletes.
But if you're watching this, because we get so many people with these videos.
Yeah.
If you're not,
they're going to have those divisions. They've got team divisions, masters divisions, of which I'm qualified for the 40 to 45 divisions.
I'm almost there.
You're not 35 yet?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. So Corey's still in the young person division,
which sucks because I'm like the old end of the young person.
You turned 35 January though.
34.
34.
I got 1 year and 1 month
last. Yeah, because it's your age as of June 1st. In the event year, in the competition year. So yeah, you're
next year. I'll be a masters athlete.
Yeah, because like my birthday is in April when I'll turn 41, but technically, so I was 39 when I did the open last year, but I was in the 40-year-old division because I turned.
Because you turned, yeah. I say it like I'm saying it like next year, like all the masters athletes better watch out. But
be put on notice. Corey Sapp's coming.
Let's go.
So anyways, lots of different divisions to compete in. You're gonna have the ability to do the workout, and get a score, get it submitted. And then if you feel like you didn't have a good workout, right, that's where us as coaches come in. We know you and we can modify the workout just so you're a part of the experience, right? Again, I really regret that I never signed up for my first open or two. I just did the workouts. If I'm being real honest, I think the first year I didn't even know what an open was.
My first workout was 17.1.
Yeah, but you just didn't know what it was, right? You did the workout, but you didn't really know what you were doing.
I got an explanation, but I was like, I don't care. I'm literally just starting this. Why does it matter?
Exactly.
But like you said, going back, I really wish I would have signed up.
Really wish somebody would have been it matters. Yeah. I get that you don't get why it matters right now, but it matters.
And that's why I'm always on everyone's ass about it, is because when I did it, no one told me how important it was.
Yeah.
And now looking back, I really wish I would have.
All that data, all those points.
It's just so cool to watch your progress.
Yeah, and it's just really fun to be a part of the larger community.
Right.
Again, and I think I always go back to do you think I get something out of pushing you guys to sign up for the open?
We do not.
Let me tell you, the only thing that we've ever gotten is advance purchase rights to the CrossFit Games tickets when they come out. And that's if 8 people sign up, which we hit every year. I'm going to get that with just coaches, right? So that's really not, it's not why I'm encouraging you to do this. I don't get a kickback. I don't get anything from this. I just really, truly believe in it. I think you should do it.
Well, we know
and when we buy the tickets early, I've never gone to the games. I've always bought tickets. It's because I buy the tickets for you guys that want to go.
Yeah, I've never gone.
So you're helping yourself out by even getting us qualified.
We push it because we know in a year or two from now, you're gonna wish you would have done it if you did.
I'll use Katie Bielmer as an example. Messaged me this week. How did I sign up for the open? I said, well, the same way you signed up last year. She asked me a bunch of questions about the open. Was super interested in about it. I answered all the questions, and then she didn't sign up for the open. And now this year, she's like, well, I'm way more confident. I really want to sign up this year. I'm like, well, go to the website, follow the directions, sign up. Probably a little short because I'd already answered all these questions last year. I could have answered better, but she is going to be in that point. Maybe not this year, but next year she's gonna be like, man, I really wish I would have signed up for my first open.
Signed up for the first one.
I think also last year they kind of started. It was like a little bit of a beta, but started to rank you.
Not rank you in a sense of,
well, like, oh, you have a placement rank, but they say I'm a CrossFit level 3. I'm a CrossFit level 8.
Yeah,
I don't know what my CrossFit level was. I even forgot to look at it. But what I think you're gonna find is that more and more CrossFit competitions are going to use these.
We'll have a number system.
As opposed to saying, like, standards, you need to be able to do toe to bar and blah, 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 blah. They're going to start saying you need to be a level 5 CrossFit athlete to comfortably do RX division at this regional comp.
So there's it looks like, I'm just pulling this up right now. There's a 1 through 10 ranking. And it's basically, and like Joe and I have actually talked about this when we heard about the number system. Like, we would love to rank our comps in the upcoming years based on your level. So like you said, instead of scaled intermediate RX, it's like, hey, 1 through what? 4.
And you can go to whatever level you want. You just know that you're
right. We have
probably going to have a hard time.
Yeah, we're going to have recommendations of like 1 through 4 scaled, and like a, whatever it is. So having this data is important, and again, it's neat.
Yeah,
it's neat to be able to see. I just realized I could click that and read that. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that's cool. I'm not gonna read it yet. I'll read it after the video.
So hopefully, Michelle, in a long roundabout way, hopefully that answers your question on whether you should do the open. Again, I think
that was like
the only real thing that I'll listen to people say, like, why I can't do the open, is like, you literally don't have time that 3 weeks of the year. Like, every year those 3 weeks are bad for you. You've got this or that. You can't come on Friday. You can't
Saturday.
You can't get there on Saturday.
Sunday.
I get it, but you've got till Monday to get the workout. It is going to be a little bit diluted your experience. Yeah. I would still encourage you to do it because also, again, I think no matter what you say, you always have time. But if you haven't paid, you're not going to make the time.
And
and I think you'll be like, oh, I'm not even registered. I can slow down on this workout. It's just one more little like drive way to like finish.
Yeah, it's an easy way to talk yourself out of it.
Yeah. So I think for $20, I think that's worth it. So again, I hope people sign up for the open. I know, like I said, we're not hosting it in class. We are going to require you to either sign up for the open, do the judges course, or pay the gym. It's simple. We want to see real engagement, commitment, and if not, we want to be able to make some money and treat our coaches to a nice dinner for their hard work.
For the amount of extra work that goes into preparing for the open and getting ready, I think our fees are.
Yeah, again, I kind of laughed when I heard about other gyms charging ever since I've been open, and now I'm in the position where I'm like, yeah, I totally get it.
I get it. It is a lot of extra work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Physically and mentally.
Yep. I think every coach's and gym owner's favorite day is the day that the open's over. We love the open. As soon as it's over, about a month later, we're like, oh man, I love the open. It's so cool what it does.
Yeah. But by week 3, you're just
by week 1, honestly, you're just like, fuck the open. Yeah. Sorry, YouTube. Forget the open.
You just have to put a quack over that.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that. I have loved these videos completely unedited, so hopefully that doesn't ruin it. So the open's cool, but once it's over, we are very, very ready for it to be over.
When it was 5 weeks, it was like, man. Oh, yeah. By that 3rd week, you were just like, man, I had 2 more weeks of this.
I missed the 5 weeks because I like all the cool workouts. It was a good way to get, I think, a more balanced test.
Yeah,
than what we've had.
I say now the way they do it with like semis and quarters, like
it's a little softer test. I really hope they have a part 1 and part 2 on at least one of these exercises.
Oh, like maybe some heavier,
or just a part 1 and part 2. That way one that also fits the way that we train and program.
Yeah.
So I think it would be a benefit to our athletes, but more so, I just want a couple more tests to get. I want a more comprehensive test, and I understand working up the base of the pyramid.
I get it.
You know, stage 1, we're only doing this, but
just want a little bit.
We still want to try like heavy skills or hard skills. We want to try the heavyweights,
skills, whatever it is. Now I do want, and this is for our gym, I want a little more, I guess, motivation, engagement. 4 quarters though. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I would love some, because I know last year we had a plethora of athletes. We had a handful of athletes that made it to quarters, and I was wanting to do. I didn't want to do it alone. And I was like, well, there's no way I'm going to do these workouts on my own. So when you reached out and asked all the other athletes if they want to do it, and they didn't, I mean, I was bummed out, but I wasn't bummed out enough to do it alone. So I'd love to get a little more, I guess, engagement and excitement about quarters for those athletes that do, because we're going to have athletes that make it. I know it.
And I think that's he brings up an interesting idea just kind of here on the spot. And I know the other gyms aren't going to see this right now, but we're uniquely positioned to host something like that.
Unless there's rope climbs.
Unless there are rope climbs.
But
and even then, we could go over to gymnastics.
Yeah.
Or we could, as a bunch of gyms, we could rent a crane that comes out with a rope, and we hang it. We do outside parking lot workouts.
That'd be chilly.
Yeah. Well, not by April or May when they.
Oh, yeah. I forget. There's like a little break, isn't there?
Not an extreme break, but, you get a nice enough day, it would work out. But we could host all the quarter athletes.
We make both stuff.
Yeah, just to create an amazing environment for all the athletes, because this is one of those things where you need that energy.
Yeah.
If you have any designs on making it from quarters to semis, you need that energy. And even if you're not, and you just want to really have a great time,
it's
that atmosphere it's just unmatched. There's a reason why people do better in competitions.
When you have
anxiety and stage fright aside, but
yeah, I mean, when you have a group of athletes that are working we've seen it with our Saturday Smashdowns. When you have a group that's working just as hard as you are, like, it's a lot easier to like push through that discomfort. It's a lot easier to be a little more confident, because I know, like, approaching the bar, on that heavy day we had, like, having everyone around me, like, I knew it was a little bit, I don't know, I just felt a little more confident hitting those heavy weights. So it was neat.
So that'll be cool. Something we'll look at. For those of you that don't understand what we're talking about, out of the open, the top 10% advance to the next stage, quarterfinals. There's workouts from there. The top, I think 10% of that go to semifinals.
I don't know the numbers on it.
And then top 3 to 5 athletes from semifinals then go to the games. And so that's how that works. So, and then you've got age group online qualifiers. You got team.
I get to do that next year. Yep. In the Masters division. Yep. Are we in the same division?
No. So it's 30. It'll be 35 to
40,
39.
Is it?
Yeah, and then 40 to 44.
That's garbage.
Yeah, there'll be teams. They said they're doing teams differently this year. It's open for literally anybody to win it since Rich Ronin retired. Although it's probably going to be.
I think I'll win it.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Oslo Black that wins.
I mean, maybe I'll.
We've got a friend out of CrossFit Omnia, Jacob Schmidt. They finished 7th or 9th last year.
I don't remember.
I know they're. Last time we talked, they said they were hoping to make another run and try to get on the podium this year.
I know they're a pretty strong team.
It'll be, and we've looked at putting teams together. Last couple of years, we've had some snafus on procedural issues and getting
logging scores
and getting everybody compliant. And I think it's a more friendlier way to set up teams this year, where you don't have to set your roster.
Oh, really?
It's just made up of people out of your gym, I think.
Huh.
So we may even get a team to qualify. I jokingly said it was going to be me, Corey, Lex, and Charlie, but I think I've got to remove myself from the team if the team's going to actually have a chance. So Bryce is probably going to get the call up to take my spot.
Oh man, Bryce. Did you tell you I assaulted his sock yesterday?
No, but while he was at the Christmas party, he said that he had new socks because somebody asked him about his holy socks, and he was like, "These are the ones Corey gave me."
Yeah, I told him every time I see a pair of his socks with a hole in it, I'm just
you can come in,
destroy them. Come on.
So honestly, this video we didn't want to even talk about the open. That's where we got to.
It was a good video, though. I think people needed to hear it.
Yeah. One thing, and this is what we were actually going to talk about this video, and again, the person is going to know who I'm talking about here, and so, like, again, don't think that I know it was a compliment, right? I know it was a compliment. The whole email was a compliment, but one of the parts was, you're brutally honest. And I got to thinking about that, and I'm not disagreeing.
I think we could agree.
Yeah, and I, and that's perception of terms, but really what got me thinking about that is your perception than of me, because my perception when I hear brutal honesty is an insult. And again, I knew it was a compliment. I read the whole email. I knew it was a compliment. But just isolating that term, right, to me sounds kind of like an insult. It's like I'm unnecessarily being honest. Is how I hear that term.
Right.
That's not how it was meant.
And I think, like, giving the context of it, I can see it being a compliment. Like, oh, man, like, he's brutally honest. It's great. Like, he doesn't sugarcoat. He tells it how it is. Like, I think that's turned into a bad thing.
Yeah.
When in reality, like, it's a good thing.
It's literally our job, and that's
kind of where we wanted to flip it.
We wanted to go to with this, and that is, like,
because
you literally pay us to be honest with you. Us lying and telling you that something is good
when it's not is,
and maybe that's what people want.
That could be worse than I'm thinking is worse.
I think it's like most of the times I think indifference is the worst thing. But telling you something is good when it's not bad good
is worse than
way worse.
Like, if I was doing something,
people that do that are going to get you hurt.
Yeah, and that's what, like, I would rather someone be like, hey, like, nah.
And honestly, again, with going through the journal, I've been focused on being even more brutally honest.
Yeah, and I could see how when Joe and I make corrections or give cues, it could feel cold or hard. I could see that, but you have to imagine we'll say 10 people in a class, and the Metcon's going, and the Metcon's 6 minutes long, 8 minutes long, whatever it is. We don't have time to come up and have a whole discussion of, hey, you're doing this really great, and this is going on, but I need you to try this instead of that. We need these cues and corrections to be fast. And 3 words, because we know you're in it, and your heart rate's up, and you're tired. And if I say more than 3 words to you, it's going in one side and out the other. And
if it's retained, we've now lost intensity.
Right.
We've lost our focus on the Metcon and what we're doing. And CrossFit, right? We pay and we go get trained by their trainers, and it's everywhere. Cues are 3 words.
3 words or less.
And I can't hit that. I can't do it. I'm too verbose. I try to get 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. And then, if you're interested, I'll explain once we're out of the heat of the moment.
Right.
It's not to show off knowledge.
Nope.
For me, when I say it, it's to create buy-in because you were clearly interested in hearing more about whatever I was saying.
Right. And I forgot, kind of lost my train of thought. I was looking at the clock and how we only have 1 minute left.
We got a little bit of time.
We got plenty of time. But this idea of brutally honest is not a bad thing, first of all. But we don't want you to think like we're trying to be mean.
Yeah.
And one thing I've noticed, and this is just a little, I guess, venting session on video, is when I make a cue or correction, saying I'll try.
Yeah.
Is setting you up for failure. Don't try. Say, okay, I will. And then if you don't, that's okay. But at least go into it with the idea of I will do this instead of I'll try to do this. Because when I hear I try, like, it's like, oh, well, you're already kind of setting yourself up for failure on it.
Again, our language, the way we talk to ourselves,
it carries
that's
over.
A simple example of that. It carries over. We know when we're cueing, we're not going to get immediate and permanent changes.
Right. And
we're trying to get immediate, and we know we're going to have to come back in a couple reps.
Right. And but
also, as soon as we turn our back and your rep falls apart, that is a decision on your part.
Yeah.
That we can't. I can't out cue that.
Right. And what I've been trying to do is be a little bit, I guess, nicer about my cues. But when I get, oh, that's harder, or I'll try. Like those two things are, it's like, yeah, I know it's harder because you're doing it wrong, and that's the wrong way.
Yeah.
So and again, we've said it a million times, when we make corrections, we're not expecting it to be easier that day or even that month, but in the long run, it's going to make you better. And we don't want to do it to be bullies or make it harder. We want to do it because we want to see you get better. That's literally our job, is to make you better.
And to kind of, our next video is going to be basically what he talked about. Our job is to get you better. Our cueing is to get you better. And that will lead into what we're going to talk about next week is, are you trying to work RX today's workout, or are you trying to become an RX athlete?
Two different
Those
things.
are two wildly different things. Our job, all other things aside, is to get you healthy, moving, efficiently and safely first. Then it's to make you an RX athlete. That we're not saying that absolutely has to be your desire. You may not care. You may just be here for health, and that's the end of your journey.
It's
and
okay.
You just want to then. That's perfectly fine.
That's not wrong.
There's nothing wrong with that. But us, right? We're trying to progress as coaches. We're trying to progress you. And just because you're healthy doesn't mean you can't be healthier.
Right.
And
just because you're strong doesn't mean you can't be strong.
And I read an article, and it was, basically like, if you can snatch more, I'm going to be pretty confident that your blood work also improved. Right?
Yeah, that checks out.
If you went from 10 pull-ups to 20 pull-ups, I'm pretty sure your blood work improved.
Yeah.
Right? So our fitness, the things we do in the gym, are an expression of our health. And when our fitness rises, our health rises. Generally, there are exceptions. There are occasions where that's not the case. Right. And again, closing out this brutally honest talk. Again, I know it was meant as a compliment. I know I took it for a second a little bit like, ouch. And so think about that when we're cueing you and we're talking about it. Think about our intent. When we're coaching, if something comes off hurtful, think for just a second. Do you really think our intent is to hurt you? You're paying us money to open up, keep a business alive that is our passion. It's the things we want to do and talk about, even in our free time. Do you think our intent is to hurt your feelings? I would hope that your answer is clearly not. Yes, we are both a little sassy, monotone, kind of come off a little worse than we always intend.
Well, we
can work on trying to be softer and more engaging. And trust me, we are. Maybe you've noticed this week, I've been trying to have a little conversations throughout the gym, laughing a little bit more, joking around with people.
Just having fun.
Having fun. I'm far be it from not needing to improve, right? I'm going to need to improve every day for the rest of my life, and I hope you do too, and I hope that you just see our cueing is to improve you. It's again, try to figure out our intent. Read the context of the room and our jobs. Like when we're cueing, it is not to make you feel less than. It's not to slow you down. It's not to hurt you. It's the opposite of all those things.
We want to see you succeed.
We want to see you succeed as much as you, sometimes more than you.
Yeah, sometimes more than you.
So, yeah. Good talk, a little bit over. Got some pairing to do off the front end of that video.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
But, yeah. See you in here this week.
Slide into those comments. Make sure you headbutt that like button.
Again, if you want to see us talk about something, comment on it. It's going to fire up ideas. This was the last thing I want to end on and it was talking about like this is our life, this is our passion, we get to do what we love. Corey and I last night at the party, right? We're just talking about video ideas and coaching. And I remember being an accountant and I'd be at parties with other accountants and they're talking about accounting, FASB standards. And I'm just like, oh my God, why do you all want to talk about work all the time? It's just work. And it was because I wasn't aligned with my passion. I wasn't aligned with something I really loved. And now I go out of my way to talk and read
about
work. And it's not being an athlete. It's honestly at this point.
It's coaching.
It's coaching because right now I can't be an athlete because of my shoulder. Okay. But we love what we do.
Even on our grouchy days.
Yeah.
We love you guys and we don't ever
strong like
Yeah, it's like one of those like where you got like your cousin or brother, and you're like, man, I love that kid, but like I want to punch him in the face sometimes. Like it's that kind of love. So like, yeah, some days like we do want to headbutt you, but like for the most part, we want to help you.
Yeah. If you leave chalk on the bar, I want to headbutt you.
Oh yeah, so someone's been leaving PVC pipes out, and as soon as I find out who it is, I'm gonna put
on
one
the coach board.
Huh?
Or by the coaches, or are you just talking about
just in general? Like I'll find one every day, so
yeah,
someone's gonna get a PVC pipe inserted inside of them if they don't put their PVC pipe away.
I do have video. I could probably tell you who it was. You tell me what.
I want to catch him. I want to catch him in the act. Just know, PVC Bandit. Now I'm aware of your shenanigans.
Oh.